Hello there and welcome back to some more Forza Horizon 4. Today we are taking a look at another batch of DLC cars, the third batch we've had for this game. Those released on the 12th of October 2018. It is a Porsche-centric week because we have two Porsches added to the game. We begin with the 1985 Porsche 185959 Prodrive Rally Raid Car. It has 394 horsepower, 320 foot-pounds torque, 3,322 pounds of weight, A-Class 779 PI, rear-engined all-wheel drive. This is an interesting one. This is the car which participated in the 1985 Paris to Dakar Rally. Now, it's interesting it's the 85, because in 85 was when they first sent the cars, and I believe none of them finished. 1986 is when they actually won. I believe they may have even got a 1-2 finish. So it's interesting they went with the 1985, the first iteration of the car, over the 86. But nevertheless, it is a cool car. It is something interesting for the Rally Monsters class. So yeah, it is not a Group B car. The 959 was supposed to go Group B racing, but they never did it in the end because they figured out cost-wise, anything they could have really learnt from doing that, they wouldn't have really got it back in return, so they decided not to send the car in the end. But it is a pretty cool car. It's a car which I've kind of wanted to see in a racing game for a long time. Not many people really recognise sort of the Dakar 959, or at least in modern games, so it's a nice thing to see here. A little bit, I guess because we already have the actual 959, it seems a little bit silly they'd add it, but still nevertheless I'm happy it's here. Next up, we have the 1959 Porsche 356A 1600 Super, 75 horsepower, 86 foot-pounds torque, 1,931 pounds of weight, D-Class 180, rear-engined, rear-wheel drive. This is another Porsche 356. I believe the Speedster's already in the game. If it isn't, then I apologise, but it was in the Forza 7. I think it's in this game. I haven't really looked through the car list properly, which is something I really should do. But yeah, it's another Porsche 356. It's the Coupe version of it. It's a first generation 356, hence the 356A. I believe the one we already have is also a first generation 356. The 356 being one of the very first Porsches ever produced. It is, of course, essentially a sporty Volkswagen Beetle. Yes, I know that's the joke, and it is very much true with these 356s. Of course, they were the predecessor to what would become the 911, which is the car we all know and love today as being a long-running car. I'd say know and love. I'm not particularly a huge fan of the 911, but I know a lot of people are. Not really too much to say about this car, I'm afraid. I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of it, gotta be honest, because if I wanted to drive a 356, I'd probably drive the Speedster. It's the more iconic of the two. There are some cool cosmetic mods I've seen for the 356. I should have really checked if the 959 Rally Raid also has some sort of visual modifications. I would imagine it's probably got some rally lights or something, but yeah, that's this week. Not a whole lot to say, to be honest with you. It's two Porsches that, I mean, the 959's cool, especially from a historic standpoint, but in-game, is it really going to get used all that much? It's going into the Rally Monsters class, which has stuff like your 205 Evolutions, you know, loads of other Group B cars. I feel like this one's got to be one that's sort of a little bit forgotten about. And the 356 in general, it's going to be a car which is forgotten about at the end of the day, because, again, we have the Speedster already, and the Speedster wasn't a massively popular car to begin with. I guess it's cool as sort of a piece of Porsche history, but beyond that, there's not really much out there. So I guess you could say a little bit of a disappointing week, because, yeah, neither of these cars, I don't think neither of these cars have particularly much use in the game. Yeah, a little bit of a shame, but, you know, that's somehow how DLC works. You know, sometimes you'll get a week which is really good, like we had a couple of weeks ago, and then other times you just get a week which is just sort of, because neither of these cars are particularly memorable, I'll say, in the grand scheme of things. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.